So Hot Damn was a song that started, kind of as lame as it sounds, from a dream. I was kind of heard a woman singing the tagline over and over. That's kind of where it started. So, and it was just basically just this very spacey, slow, piano-driven thing. So this is the very first demo. Just, you know, kind of piano spaciness or whatever. And so I finished writing it from a woman's perspective. It kind of sat on the shelf after as far as recording goes, for a while, because it was kind of like, where do we go for it? You know, where do we go with it? And then Joe Riddle and Luke Jones, the bassist and guitarist in the band, a couple years later were pushing me like, you remember that Hot Damn song? And we're kind of pushing to make it, you know, something else. And I remember kind of being like, I just, you know, it was so spacey and I didn't really see it having too much potential. We changed the key. We went through and like redid the lyrics a little bit, going through lyric by lyric and changing it to make it more of a male perspective song. This is the first demo with that. Just big spaghetti western guitar and just everywhere. And Tyler Menon on the drums. Tyler Menon playing drums did a fantastic job on this. We're gonna listen to some of that as we go. But you can hear it, you know, it's just this big kind of thing, and we played it that way for years. And we kind of went through that, and we had that first demo of it, and I still didn't love it. Like, it felt weird. And we had Tyler Menon's drums, which are great. And I was trying to figure out, like, what is this song that needs, like, what needs to drive this song? And usually whenever I have that, I go back and re-examine, okay, what are the drums, what's the bass? Because that's usually where it's at. And so I started just kind of messing around with some synths. We ended up getting this really cool kind of sound out of it. Now that's still Joe playing. That's Joe playing on the bass, and we muted the strings very much like a James Jamerson trick, where you put a piece of foam under the bass string so it cuts your attack, and he was very much on the way that he was picking. So it wasn't, the importance of this bass line is not just where the note starts, it's also where it stops. He's starting and cutting off as it goes, and that's super tough to do as a bass player. So we did that, and then it felt like it was starting to be really cool. So kind of added this little synth underneath it. There's just more of a subby thing, so it kind of gets a real good sub to it. And then, just very lightly, added just like a Rhodes, like a kind of Rhodes electric piano. And with that kind of just ticking through, we ended up getting this really great sound with them locked in with the drums. So this is kick and snare. We're kind of adding the toms and the overheads. And it just drives. You know, it's just in the driver's seat, just going. The guitar riff here is actually, so it's actually 6 guitars. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 guitars. So that's just one of them. Then we doubled it to the right speaker, one in left speaker, one in right speaker. Doubled that again. And so that's all with that green fastback guitar. The flying V guitar is kind of Gibson, big, gnarlier sound. So both of them together just made this really big thing out of the one note progression. I did the guitar solo on this track. This is the part that I probably worked on the most of the song, of exactly what should be here. Then we got like another little guitar track going on. It's a dual thing, kind of like a Queen, like Queen would do this a lot, where Brian May would like double up his guitar solo. So there's this little part playing against it. This is the original scratch vocal.
She was dirty jeans and limousines, voice from way up high. Hot damn, if you see her, man, tell her I said hi.
And all those harmony vocals are from the scratch vocal as well. Still worked, you know, whatever it was to get the idea, it was almost, you know, like what could we improve upon it? And as a singer, this is the weird thing of like being the singer and the producer. As a producer, you got to make those decisions of like, okay, this is what sounds best, this is the best performance we can get. As a singer, you want to do like, I want to do it again. I want to just keep going over and over again. But fortunately, smoother minds were in the room to say, you know, this stuff sounds good. I really like a lot of this stuff that kind of builds. You know, I mean, these are just the harmonies. This is not even the lead line.
You can tell her what I said. I want for this to be the key that knocks me in her head.
And just kind of running those big ooh and ahs through just a big, you can't quite realize how dirty they are in the mix.
I said, I want for this to be the key that knocks me in her head.
But it just adds, you know, just kind of adds a little bit more of that spaghetti Western flair that I'm always such a big fan of. It sounds like it should be out of a Western movie or something. We stacked some horns. Jay Connor did these. And he's backing, he's stacking that with, I think we did take of a Barry saxophone and then a tenor saxophone. Which still kind of keeps that, you know, that kind of Western flair to it with the horns, which are usually a trumpet, but it just knocked it out so well and kind of kept in line with what we were doing. This one was recorded as well at Sound Saloon, my old place where it was in a log cabin. It had these big vaulted ceilings, so we placed a mic like 20 feet in the air. And these are just the room mics. And that's where a lot of the drum sound comes from, is getting that. What really drives this here is Tyler Minnen's drum part. Just that double kick pedal thing. That's his metal coming out trying to add, you know, to this rock song, but it's so good. And then he did this, and we all had to follow along. Having Jason Atkins on the organ and Tyler on the drums and just everybody involved on that just really knocked it out of the park. It makes it such a great way to end the record. Hot Damn is kind of turned from little piano ballad that could into like our stadium rock ending whenever we try to play it around.